Hello, welcome to Wag's Cancer Journey. I'm Wags. This is my cancer journey. What a difference a week makes. Here we are, a little different location. It's raining outside. I'm doing some work inside my motorhome, so it was just easier to record this in my living room. What a difference a week makes. Last week I had everything I could do to sit in front of you and put together a small tidbit of my week, and then nap before I could even download the footage and edit some of the coughing spells out and whatnot before I could make a video for y'all. This week I'm not saying I got energy to burn, but I'm able to get dressed pretty easily. I feel pretty good. I did mow grass here at the house yesterday. Short spurts. Takes a lot out of me yet. I'm able to eat a little more. I have to. But we'll get into all that. Let's start out with the week. First of all, I need to go back a week. And I misspoke about, and you'll find with this oxy, you get really confused. And I got confused while I was recording how I ended up at the ER 2 weeks ago. The Sunday I had every intention of going to Menards and buying the materials I needed for this motorhome project. And I was gonna do this and that, and my girlfriend looked at me like I was a little crazy because she knew I didn't have the energy. But anyway, we went out and did, I don't know what I was doing by the boat or whatever, and I just blacked out. And the next thing I know, I'm on the ground, and she says, well, let's try sitting up. And I'm like, what? Well, I got sat up, and I sat up for a while, let the blood do what it's going to do. And I was able to roll over and get right back up. Well, obviously, I wasn't going to be tromping around Menards. So I went in. That was a Sunday. But I rested a lot. Monday, we knew we needed to go in and get fluids, minimum. So that's when we went in on Monday. And anyway, I was confused to how I ended up at the ER Monday. Well, that's how I ended up on the ER a week ago Monday. This week, I'm happy to report I didn't go to the ER. Talked about the constipation deal, and I got that done. That was the end of last week. So I'll start with it because I put out the video a day late on Sunday, so we'll start with Monday. Monday was a decent day. Got dressed, did little things around the motorhome, my little project. Got to go pretty slow. It got hot in the heat of the day. I come in the house. About 11, I come in the house and sit down. But I'm able to drink a cup or two of coffee in the morning, which I love. And my mouth really hurts. The sores are still everywhere. But I was able to kind of function as a human being all week. Tuesday, about the same. When it got hot, I come in the house and say, hey, look, now's the time for a nap, watch a movie, things like that. You just got to know where the danger zones are. Wednesday, I had to go in for labs. So we went into university, and they took blood, and they thought I was pretty dehydrated. Still had the water next to you a lot. Thought I was pretty dehydrated. So they didn't give me a bag of fluids. Still doesn't want to go down the flipper flapper the right way sometimes. But we got blood. They finally found a vein. They got blood. They got what they wanted. It's because Thursday I had two video appointments. One with the nutritionist, and the nutritionist is about. She's at. She wants me to really think about a feeding tube. She's like, "We're there. You need a feeding tube," and I'm like, "I'm not doing it. I'm gonna force food down me, whether it hurts or not. I'll deal with the pain. It's just pain. I'm not too worried about the pain. What I'm worried about is it's not getting better." So we had that discussion, and she says, "Well, I'll see you in a week, and you really need to think about it this week, that if you don't put on weight," and I'm maintaining 207, 208, depending on the time of the day or where I stand on the scale. You know how bathroom scales are. It's hand grenades. Well, then I had my video visit with Dr. Denny. Well, Dr. Denny, he really shrugged off the weight loss. He shrugged off a feeding tube. I'm trying to figure out how I can make these sores in my mouth better. And he's kind of just shaking his head like, "You're not. They're going to get better over time. In 2 weeks," he says, "I'll see you again and on a video visit, and they'll be better." I'm just, it's too slow a progress, as you can well imagine. I want it, and I want it now. So I started with this mouthwash on Thursday. It's baking soda and salt, and it stings like a son of a gun. But it's supposed to kill the bacteria in these sores and have them heal. And I can't say that it don't work, but man, it stings. You gotta know you're gonna go through some misery. And he told me, I told him, he asked me how much Oxy I'm taking, and he told me to take more. He said, "You need to be more comfortable and not be in so much misery." But I look at it as it's just pain, and the less Oxy, the less addiction, plus I don't want to get constipated again. I'm on X-Lax, I'm on a stool softener, and then Malax or whatever, and I pour it a capful in my coffee, and it just dissolves and you don't taste it. All to help me have bowel movements, and I don't eat enough to make a bowel movement. So then Friday, felt pretty good. Drank a lot of water. I've been urinating pretty good, and sorry to gross everybody out about this, but it's all part of this. I'm gonna help someone. They need to know what they're up against. The coughing spells are getting fewer and farther between, but they're violent when it happens. It's like dry heaves, and it just tears things open in your mouth. It'll literally make you cry. And the emotions of the Oxy still up and down. Friday I got the lawn mowed, and we actually did a little shopping. I got a grandson that has a birthday party, and he needs a little something to open up. And you know, it was kind of nice. I was able to get out, and my girlfriend's sister's camping this weekend, so we went out there and sat and visited for a little bit. And it's all nice to get out. A little bit more, I'm able to do that. So I feel good. I feel like I'm moving the ball forward, but again, it's not as fast as I want. Today's Saturday. I ate 2 eggs this morning and 2 cups of Jell-O, orange and green, and they're really good. My girlfriend takes good care of me. But the confusion from the Oxy is something that I think everybody needs to know about. plus the pill I'm taking in the morning and at night to combat this pain, the two combined will equal confusion. And you get disoriented, and it's frustrating. Simple task, all of a sudden you don't remember how to do it. It's almost like, this is what it would be like to be on Alzheimer's. Hope like hell you never get it. Anyway, it's scary. I can't drive. What if you have one of those moments while you're out on the road? I mean, because you don't even know what lane you're supposed to be in. I mean, it's incredible. I went to the bank to take out a little money to help out my son this week, and I took out an extra $1,000 because I was so confused. And then the next day we had to go back and put the $1,000 back in. It's things like that. You just, I don't know. It overwhelms you. And then it gets into your emotions because you can't do the things that you normally do. And then you get upset. So you're going to have those moments. And thank God your loved ones around just deal with it. My dog gets confused for me and with me. But that's all part of having a great support team, and I have that. And Dr. Denny at UW and just gives you the confidence that, no, this is normal. You're going to have this, and you're going to get through it. You're doing great, And he, I look like a fucking scarecrow. I mean, I feel like I'm half of what I used to be. And everybody's just like, oh, you'll get it back, And I'll tell you what, I'm eating cherry and blueberry and apple pies until I, and myself. I'm looking forward to it. I had a little bitty, itty bitty piece of hamburger off a cheeseburger that I bought my girlfriend at the bar, so she had some regular food. She's been just eating horribly to take care of me. And it was really good. But the support team there has been great. My support team at home, I got to throw out a shout out. I got a card this week from what can only be described as a new mom. One of my best friends' mom and dad are still alive, and they pretty much took me under their wing as their kid. And she sends me a card this week. And it's just the greatest thing. And I'm so blessed to have them in my life. And those type of people praying for me. And looking forward to our next get-together. Amanda always reaches out. Darlene always reaches out every day. Everybody's so concerned. Tony's always reaching out. I appreciate so much each and every one of you, and I can't name all of you because I get so many people reaching out, and the thoughts and prayers is what's gotten me to this point, and it's what's going to keep me moving on. I'm looking forward to more Jell-O and maybe a pancake with lots and lots of syrup for supper. Something on that order. I'm going to a birthday party today, so I might try some frosting and see what I can get down. I'm pretty sore. The sores in your mouth are real. The sore in my throat, I could live with. But that's about it for this week. Again, thank you for the thoughts and prayers. We need to send our thoughts and prayers out to everybody that's going through this. If we can help just one person, go back and look at these videos, see the decline. Now hopefully you can see how many weeks maybe it takes to get back to biting into a chicken wing or a cheeseburger or cherry pie. But this is the part where I want to say, hey, 22 veterans a day commit suicide. If you can help the Till Valhalla Project, who is trying very hard to end veteran suicide by funding call centers, making plaques for fallen heroes, selling stickers and hats at tillvalhalla.com, so they can do this for our soldiers, and not just our soldiers, for everyone. If you can help them out, I would appreciate it. But for Jim, Wags Cancer Journey, I'm Wags, and I'll see you later.